Hello, I'm Jeremy, Service Manager of VIP in West Lebanon, New Hampshire. When a customer comes into VIP, it's an experience starting with walking the customers out to the car, getting all the information, getting feedback from the customer, kind of feeling the customer out on how their driving conditions are, how it may affect their car, or maintenance interval schedules that may be coming up, alerting any safety concerns, just creating that transparency with the customer. To VIP, a certified automotive professional means somebody VIP can rely on to get the job done right the first time, creating a comeback or a lifetime of customers in the future. My favorite part of the job, really seeing a customer genuinely smile when the service that they get done is completed the right way at a fair price. You just earned an automotive customer for life.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Jason here, Signature Sports, and a pleasure to have you live at a charge for some Shop iRacing League action. My Three Sons Cup Series getting started today. Texas Motor Speedway, 5th race of the season, getting ready for 150 laps of pure speed. These cars like 1.5-mile tracks, probably one of the better facets of it. Some of the race lines tend to dictate where the track is going to run, and right now it's going to be insane for these drivers. One of the broadcast booth, of course, as always, on the Friday night segment, Mr. Joseph Grijalva. Mr. Grijalva, how are you doing today?
Good evening, Jason. I'm doing great. I'm ready for an exciting race. We got a 28-car field right. Maybe a couple more cars will join. We still got time. But this is my home track, Texas. I got the chance to finally come here last year with my family, and I'm pretty pumped.
It's going to be a ton of fun. Thank you, my three sons. You're appreciated, says JC Mo, show me out there. Maj, what are you doing out there? Good to see everybody out there. Of course, with sponsorship opportunities come new segments and new things to talk about. My Three Sons is located in Tacoma, Washington. If you don't know what My Three Sons is, well, and you're hearing about it for the first time, well, they do have a Facebook page. But more importantly, they do have a website. My3-sons.com is where you're going to be looking for that. They are an antique and vintage rescue and upcycle, aka kind of like recycling but upcycling. Basically, taking these old vintage, and antique crafts or creations or things that are out there that may be somebody may have thrown out. Well, they get out there and they fix it. That is Sherry Culver out there. So Sherry, much love to you, dear. Jerry Culver's Madre Gato, Mama Kitty, being a part of our platform and the Chop Shop Racing League. So much love to you for doing that. So there's a couple of ways you can get a hold of them. Of course, you can always go and visit them. They're located at 818 North Woodworth Avenue in Tacoma, Washington, here in the United States. You can also give the office a call during the business hours, area code 253-377-3881. And it's 253-377-3881. You can email Sherry. It's Cheryl Culver. It's SHERYL Culver at my3-sons.com, or you can visit the website my3-sons.com. Again, get out there and check it out. Good to see everybody out there having fun. We're going to enjoy it. Speaking of fun, I put a link in the chat. That's to Mandarood Racing's Facebook platform. He is another content creator. He works in the oil rigs. He gets very little time off, but when he does have time off, he likes to get out there and stream. Now, folks, he started off today's stream with not only, I didn't really have a goal set for stars, and he asked me about what I was doing. And the man, the myth, the legend, the Mandarood, the bear, went and donated the entire goal, which was 5,000 stars. I just created it. He fixed it up for us. And he did some wonderful things with that. So go and give him a follow for me. Facebook.com/Manderud Racing, MANDERUD Racing. He is a legend in his kind. I want to see him get up there to where we're at. We're at 18,858 followers at the start of our Facebook stream today. I want to see him get up there as well. He is a phenomenal dude. Great heart, big heart. Setting over 5,000 stars to complete the goal. And then said, you know what? I'm going to set another 1,400 stars. So total, he sent $64 to the stream today. Before we even went live, before he even said a word, the man is a legend. He was my first subscriber. He is my 300th follower. He has been following since the beginning, and he's just a legendary dude. So give him a follow for me. I'd appreciate it if you did it. That's a personal favor from me to you as a content creator. Whether you're on Facebook, whether you're on YouTube or on Twitch, which we are live on all three, make sure you do that. We are working on becoming live on TikTok. Again, we have to have 1,000 followers on TikTok. So if you haven't followed me on TikTok, go search Signature Esports on TikTok. Give me a follow. Like some of those videos. Watch some of the little videos. I take little clips from the race with the software that I have right here. Hooked into OBS, and I'm working on kind of doing some each and every single race, putting up some of the better moments, and doing what we can to exacerbate that platform. I'd like to be live on all 4 platforms. I think it would be a ton of fun. Folks, here's your race information today. It's going to be real big. Your Rogue Energy. Where do I get my energy from to do all this? Well, I tell you what, it comes from right there. Rogue Energy is a great gluten-free powder that you're going to be able to take and you're going to be able to use. And you have a hydration version. They have an energy version. They have all kinds of stuff. The strawberry kiwi is my favorite. I love it. I appreciate the fact that that is such a great drink for me to be able to have. Of course, there's some out there that I can't have because it does contain powders in there that have wheat or extracts in there that have touched gluten, and I can't have that. But Texas Motor Speedway is going to run 1.46 miles in length, 85 degrees Fahrenheit on the track temperature, matching the air temperature right now. 40% humidity. Sticky tires means you think it's going to be, they might be loose with the way the air pressures have to come up. 7-mile-an-hour wind. Stage is going to be at lap 30, 75, and the final is going to be at the end of the race, 150. Of course, 5 sets of tires, 100% fuel in the cars. They do not stop for the stages. We just kind of recap who gets it and who's going to get what they do. Man, great thing. NordVPN giving you all the action for Signature Esports across the platforms. Of course, if you want to watch your diet or be able to meal plan, I encourage you to go find HelloFresh as your meal plan source out there as well. VIP Tires and Service coming on board for the Chop Shop, Xfinity, and Truck Series. And, of course, over here, Signature Esports, VIP Tires and Service. Go to VIPauto.com and check out the nearest location near you, especially if you're in the Northeast. They have 67 locations up there. Store 62 is the one we focus on, though, the west of Lebanon, or Lebanon, as they said in the commercial, giving us a ton to look at. All right. Texas Motor Speedway. This is your home track, Joe. And where do these cars kind of have to maintain?
Well, tonight I was bouncing around some driver channels, speaking to a little bit of everybody during this practice session we had. Main thing I got was tire wear. It sounds like this is the new Atlanta after they made Atlanta a super speedway, essentially. I'm being told about 10 to 17 laps, the tire wear will get really bad. These cars can go about 65 to 70 laps on a full fuel run, but I doubt we'll see that from what I'm getting from the drivers, about 30, 35 laps, it just gets atrocious. The car will not turn. So we'll see who can keep the tires underneath them. That's going to be the big factor here tonight.
All right. Speaking of legendary moves, he said, how about this? Thank you for the shout out, my friend. And as he did, another 6,400 stars. Dude, the shout out's my pleasure, man. I try to do that anyway. Dude. That's epic, man. That's epic. Manderud Racing. I encourage you to give him a follow. What a heart he has. That's a generous gift, my friend. Thank you so much. Let's get it. Hey, Brad, what's going on? Brad Dove out there giving us a like. Amar giving us a share out there, saying good luck to everyone tonight. My 3 sons, and she's on Instagram. Okay. Oh, okay. We got that. Joe Grijalva out there. Okay, Grijalva, Jason, have an awesome dude. Hey, we're gonna keep doing our thing. Much love, my friend. You are a legend in the making. Mandarood Racing. Go give him a follow. That is $128, folks. If you want to know what the conversion is, he just donated $128 via stars to the stream for the month of February. So that man right there deserves every bit of credit that you could ever ask for. Thank you, sir. You are amazing. Joe giving us a like. Mike giving us a like. Robert Dudley giving us a like as well. And the likes matter just as much. The shares, the platform, everything that you folks do out there, you are all an absolute dream. Thank you so much to everybody being out there. Thank you to my three sons being out there on YouTube as well. Sherry, hopefully you're doing it. Blue that Kyle guy, Mr. Waltrip, how are you doing? There's Kyle Gresh out there. He's going to be having some fun. It's going to be one. Yes, it is. It's going to be a heck of a race. That's for darn sure. Texas is a great racetrack, and probably one of the things that I agree with the most. If Texas becomes the old Atlanta, or basically the substitute for Atlanta, I'm excited. Then I'd be excited to see this race more and more often.
Absolutely. I used to not like driving here. Personally, it's kind of weird, I guess. It just didn't sit well with me. But then one of the guys we all know, Jesse Bunnell, gave me a tip that for whatever reason I didn't try. Is he told me to trail brake in turn one after the tires wear. And it just made a whole world of difference. So hopefully these drivers can figure it out. Maybe the other drivers will help them as well so they can get around that corner. That's going to be the big key, though, turn 1 and 2.
Nathan Dillard giving us a like. John Hammond giving us a like. And as it sets up, here's your starting grid for Texas. Nathan Lewell, of course, has the most wins in the Cup Series right now. I'm waiting for Andrew to get back in here and start getting that top spot again. But Cam Dario right off of that pace. He's going to be in second. Sam Benson in third. Stryker's going to be in fourth on the outside row there in row number 2. Jason Day, Mike Peters are going to be out there. Ed Perry, Robert Dudley will be in row 4. John Hammond, Donnell Williams will be in row number 5. Mark Rudkin and Jonathan Parsons there to row number 6.
Back here, row number 7, we got Jerry Culver and Kayla Modzileski. Behind them, Brian Rayburn and Chris Parker. Michael Craffrey, he's a great driver. I'm looking forward to see what he does here. Isaac Balsamo right next to him. Behind that row, Stefan Salas, Nicholas Casey. Your guy, Kyle Gretsch, and Nathan Biggard right here behind that row. Chris Roberge always seems to find his way to the front. I'm interested to see how he'll do tonight as well. Next to him, Anthony Garland.
Down a little row, down a little row here. Andrew Tindall, Brad Dove, Mark Odell, Brendan Potter, Michael Cleary. These drivers are hooked up. Now you were talking about Roberge. Roberge is our lone Canadian out there. Now Chris likes to start from the back. Is there any benefit to doing that? As any of these drivers back here, Brad's out there. He says, "Let's get that hard charger award." Same concept. Is there any benefit to getting out there and starting from the back and try to work your way forward?
I guess it's a lot of driver preference. I seem to start from the back a lot. I just suck at qualifying, so that's my deal. Some drivers like it. Maybe they learn some lines from some drivers ahead of them that they believe might be faster. It looks like 20th and back to 29th did not qualify, so I don't know if they have all the same strategy, maybe some different deals going on, but we'll see what they can do.
Sarah able to join you. I know it's a long 10 minutes, but I have to do that because there's these naughty things called naughty bots out there that like to jump in chats and put in those spam messages that say, go visit me at this FO site or the opposite of FO, whatever that thing is, or come find me here. And we're not a catfishing platform. That's for darn sure. Welcome to the chat, Sarah. Much love to you. Thank you for sticking around and waiting for the old YouTube. YouTube's the worst about it. That's the only chat platform that I can't get the bot to recognize, and I can't wait for some better moderation tools for the YouTube platform on our live streams. Kendra out there, thank you very much. Let's see, Maj did a 44-lap stint, and your right sides are around 250 at 80%. You got to get it, man, oh man. Excited to support my three sons. I'm glad to do it. Consider it. DIY it. Do you have a platform out there? Love seeing that out there. I've seen Cam out there in the 23. Good to see you, Charles. Thank you for the like. Christopher Parker giving us a like as well on all the platforms. It is going to be a heck of a race. Cam on the outside. Nathan Alul on the inside. Turn 4 is when the pace car is going to get in. Flat front stretch, 22-degree banking into the corners, and then the 8-degree banking onto the front straightaway. That back straightaway, 6 degrees on the back straightaway. So Texas becomes a big race line. Huge runs into the corners, and a lot of aerodynamics that just don't like to imagine themselves going. Barney, a.k.a. Fred the Flagman, Green Flag Racing. We're going 150 laps right here at Texas.
Second, a little got a great jump there. Gets a perfect line through 1 and 2. We're going to see them spread out pretty quick here. We already got a couple of guys drifting up in the corner. Got to be careful with that.
Turn 1, busy. Nathan Alul out front. Cam Dario trying to apply some pressure early. Second lane running. He gets a drive line. Usually tries to figure out the race line as he goes. Sam Benson, probably the most aggressive driver we see in the platform. Trying to get himself a few spots here. Get himself up into that top spot early. Try to figure out the long run. That's part of what Sam Benson has to do. He does have some long run, but sometimes gets himself in some trouble. We don't want to see that. Jason Day back here, another Canadian, trying to get himself another spot. He's already up 1, got himself around the Jägermeister 88 of Stryker back there right behind him. You can see the 2 in tow. 4th and 5th, very busy. Chris Parker already up 5 spots from the start of the race.
Absolutely, everybody doing very good. We're seeing the run go on. Everybody's stringing out, so now's the time to try and pick them off if you can, or right in the back, right around behind someone, let them burn off their tire. We'll see who can keep their car underneath them. I do want to touch on the 75 of John. He looks like he started in the pits, maybe a different strategy there.
John Hammond coming up through there needs a little bit of race pace. He does like to figure it out too. John Hammond, he's going to win one of these one day. They put a little ticker in. I think it was a little meme inside their Discord. It says, today's the day I'm going to win this race. Capri off 11. He started from the back as well. Nathan Alul up front, though, and we see the top 3 starting to string out. Maj in the 53 has his hands full in front of him. He looks ahead and sees a whole lot of busyness.
A lot going on around him for sure. Drivers jockeying for position. A lot of maybe some aggressiveness here. We see a little slide there.
Woo! 10, a little bit of in and out. That's Balsamo. As Nick Casey to the inside. Here's a long look at the tail. There's Kyle Gretsch behind him. Gretsch, if you remember, used to call the Winston Throwback Series with me. He had a big work schedule. Got himself to the Chop Shop Racing Cup Series. Runs Monday nights with the No Toad Racing League. Or Sunday nights with the No Toad Racing League. He's got his 4 up in front of the 27. Caution's going to come out here.
There it is. Oh, they're still wrecking.
Man.
Someone's in the grass.
Nathan Biggert, similar to Nathan Bogart, but not that guy. They are having a stop. Jerry Culver, who was up a few spots, went to the back here as you see the lights on at Texas, getting themselves the first caution of the race. The 4, man, that's Jonathan Parsons.
I think there was a bump there somewhere that went wrong, going in the corner maybe.
Take a look here. Actually, I think that was a drive down. We're going to back up here just a little bit. We're going to go into that far chase view because the far chase view is the most important view of this race. It'll let us know a lot of information. Watch the 4 here. Gets into the corner. Down to the bottom. 10, a little bump. 10, a little bump. 10 got him. Right into the 27. Oh, man. And then driver still trying to avoid here. Oh, into the 31. 19 was all the way around. That's Nathan Biggert here. Kind of want to follow Nathan here. Let's follow what happened with Nathan real quick one more time. He's into the corner here. I think he sees him wrecking in front of him. Oh, 81 gives him a big old boot. And that is going to be the next wrecking ball segment that I might see for Anthony Garland. He came in hot and heavy. So I didn't expect that big checkup from the 19. Big O nose plant. straight on. 45 of Andrew Tittle to give him a little bit. Man, oh man, they're coming to pit road.
Yeah, the 10 looks like he caught the 4. I don't know if he was trying to dive it in there, but just a bump in the wrong spot, if any.
It looked like the 4 was coming. He was coming down into the corner there. Got himself a little bit of a run. 10 had a huge run. That was Balsamo there. Yeah, had a huge run. Just got right to the back quarter panel. Got back into the throttle a little bit more quickly than 4 did. And then, you know, it is what it is. Some fuel for Jerry Culver. He comes in and checks his car out. Brandon Porter back here doing the same thing. He's got a little police car out there on the on the field. 19 getting some damage taken care of. Kyle Gretsch, our good friend here,
getting all the damage fixed there. There's about 5 cars, I think, on pit road sitting there, so they got beat up pretty good, it looks like.
It's like 19 coming off pit road. He's going to be all right. I think he took less damage than what we thought. My big thing is I want to see what's going on with Mr. Garland here because his car looks all right.
The hit looked pretty hard, but I've learned pretty quick that these cars are very tough. If you hit them square, they'll be okay, I believe.
James, be safe out there. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for the massive donation. You're absolutely a legend, my man. Hopefully you're safe and you have a wonderful day. Are you real quick? Are you home? Are you streaming? Because I want to make sure I check your streams out and try to return some of this favor. Just a little bump? Yeah, just a little bump. That's what I call it, just a little bump. That's more of the I came in like a wrecking ball segment, and it didn't work. I have a Kermit the Frog flying across the screen segment that I was trying to play. We're going to have to go back and retest it out because the WebM wasn't working. Man.
And I gotta say, I'm listening into the driver chatter again this week, and Jerry was pretty heated there about the impatientness. So let's hope it doesn't get to him and he settles in.
Salty wall trip tonight, yeah. At work until February 22nd. All right, my man. You'll be live that day. Love to see it. Love to see it. Jerry stayed out of he did stay out of that one. James, all right, my man. When you go live on the 22nd, I'm going to come back and we're going to return some of that favor, my man. I look forward to seeing you. Be safe out there in the field, brother. 48-23, 649. If you didn't know it, Mandarood put up $128 total into the Facebook stream and became legendary status across it. Green flag.
Malone gets the jump on the field again. He's going to have the best entry out of the top 3 right now as the 2 cars are side by side for second place.
Sam Benson, the 23 of Cam Dario to the outside. Dixon's going to be able to clear here. I think Cam will just give it to him. Cam will run to the inside now. Had a head of steam out of turn 1. He's going to pull the inside line draft. 6:23. 23 utilizing the white line to turn 6. A little bit free right there on that second lane. Tires got to get up to pressure. Cold track means it takes a little bit longer.
Yeah, these tire wear is not so good even at night. So guys not being too patient, it looks like, in the back. Hopefully they can figure it out and not cause another yellow, but it's getting pretty heated back here.
Garland up to the mix. Tittle to the inside. Andrew Tittle into the fast driver. All these drivers have speed. And it's a mix of I ratings. Right now, Chris Roberge, he went from the back to the front. He's doing the same thing. He's up 8 spots already. Cleary.
Wrecking travel is somewhat sideways. Looks like Porter. And bigger again.
Brandon Porter in the 11. Digging it. Hey, you deserve it too, brother. You deserve it. So we do support each other. Another caution. All right, we're seeing it. There's a 13, second lane, 69. You can bump draft these. He's already 3 wide there. Check up. Big check up there, 19 with a run. You see the brakes happening there. Culver, excuse me, to the bottom side. 11 to the 19. You saw it there, folks. Back in one more time. Go ahead.
It seems like Porter reacted to the car in front of him. He moved ever so slightly up, and Porter reacted, and there was a bigger run on his outside.
And that's the long drag. And that clip somehow staying on that car. He's going to back up into the field there. Man. Like the big Rex.
The good thing, it doesn't look like he hit the wall that hard head on. Just a slide really destroyed his tires most likely, but I think he'll be okay, the number 11.
5 sets of tires means you get an extra set, basically. But do you use it now? I wouldn't be using it now. I'd be looking at maybe trying to find some timing here. May fall off the pace a little bit, but I mean we're only getting like 5 or 6 lap runs here. Nathan Alulu, your race leader. Drivers coming off pit road. Caffrey in once again. Brian Rayburn getting some things taken care of. Some more fuel for the drivers. Brad Dove coming off pit road. Still trying to work his way forward. And taking a look at what Brad's car looks like here. I think he looks clean. I think he's just coming in for fuel. So is Andrew Tennell.
And I agree with you on the tire wear. That's a good idea. Just ride around in the back. Keep that set you slid. Don't waste another set. The runs don't seem to be going. And even if we do get a long run, you go a lap down, you can make it back. There's still plenty of race left.
Mark Odell here in the 27. Looking to get a lap at some point. He is a few laps down, started from the pits. Jonathan Parsons had to get some hit 5 minutes of repairs, so his car's working. Jonathan Parsons in the 4 still on pit road getting repairs. Kyle Gresh out of the race. And that is just from the earlier standpoint.
Just unfortunate. It's so early in the race.
Don't want to jinx him, but he made it through that one too. Don't jinx him. Yeah, don't. Jerry's just got to be patient. That's all he's got to do. You don't want to jinx him. That's definitely not something that you want to be looking at, right? Folks, big reminder, thank you to my sponsors as well. I got to always shout them out just as much as all the other sponsors that we talk about for all the streams. Big old Rogue Energy. There are links they're going to be in the description for all of that. HelloFresh, if you're a new customer, you can use that link in the description, and I think it's up to 21 free meals over the course of 7 packages plus free shipping. Some extra stuff. It's a really good deal. I've been a proprietor now for HelloFresh. It's changed the way I've been able to eat and be able to cook for myself, because my diet is separate than my family's because of what I have to, because of allergens and stuff like that. So HelloFresh is just an absolute dream. Go check them out. Also, thank you to NordVPN for being a part of my security platform. Thank you to Dat for getting me involved with those security measures as well. And big special thank you to Dark Horizon. And, of course, if you like all the sound that you hear, that is all courtesy of SKOLLKEY Esports.
Just a quick cleanup from that yellow there. The 11 of Brandon Porter did claim the...
He claimed the incident. Well, that's good. Lights are off on the pace car. Chop Chop Iracing brought to you by my 3 sons. Make sure you go check out my3-sons.com. Give old Sherry some absolute wonderful business out there on the website. If you're leaving Tacoma, Washington, go check out their antique store and go make sure that you tell her that I said hello. Or if you're in the Oregon area or just in Washington, period. Actually, if you're in New York, you should get on a plane tonight. You should fly over to Washington. There's an airport in Tacoma. Go visit them tomorrow. Actually, are you open tomorrow? Go do that. That's exactly. It doesn't matter. Monday. Do it Monday. Go see Sherry and all the folks over there. Admin Boxx, go to adminbox with 2x's.com. Check out their race control boxes and button boxes that they have up there as well. Make sure you go to trackracer.com. There's a link in the description for Track Racer to check out their new lineup of sim rigs. You'll be able to make sure that you take care of the Chop Shop Racing League by clicking that link, because it's going to reference Chop Shop Racing. Then also go to chopshopiracing.com. Find out where all these sponsors and all these folks are able to take care of. Amar is the race controller out there today, but he does some fantastic work with paints. Go check him out as well. Amar.paintworks on Facebook. Green flag. Nathan has led every lap so far.
He's on point with the restarts here. Side by side for second again here. We'll see if Cam fights back or gives it up. And we got a wreck, I believe. No, everybody gathered up. Just someone got sideways in 1 and 2. Now we got a wreck.
That's a big one. Striker involved. Robert's involved. The 8 involved. She actually has a booth in Pacific Run Antique Mall. I like it. Pacific Run Antique Mall. Go see my 3 sons. Go check out Cheryl. Just go do it. Doesn't matter. Just go do it. They just need to come see you. They need to call you, and they need to come see you. That's exactly what needs to happen. It doesn't matter where you're located. Doesn't matter what. They just need to do it. It's exactly what it is. Caution one more time. All right, here's the restart here. This is kind of where it started. 5 into the gears, down to the bottom. There's the 82 right there as well. 86 up high. Pretty wide on the bottom, up. Whoa! Enter the 81. And then everybody braking behind that caused that. So the 5 of Chris Parker getting up to the 81. If his nose is not destroyed, it's going to be now. We'll have to back this up just a moment here to look at, see where the big checkup. So there's the 81 into the field. John Hammond was a part of that. Here's Hammond and Stryker to the bottom side. They brake. And then everybody just trying to brake and slow down caused that one. The 88 of Michael Strickland here got himself to the bottom here. Out of the brakes, into the brakes. Tries to go around, gets free up into Roberge. And the nicest Canadian you'll ever meet is going to get the wrecking ball incident there as well.
Stryker and John in the 75, they didn't hit too hard. John had more of a slide than anything. I believe their cars will be okay. Chris Parker, we saw him go 3 wide. I don't think he knew they were 3 wide because he just came up into Donnie. I don't believe that was intentional to try and go for that. He's trying to come up the racing line, but just unfortunate. Looks like everybody's, for the most part, okay.
A lot of innocent bystanders here.
Absolutely.
Including that guy. That guy right there. And
Seems like
it's not Canada's fault.
It seems like Roberge either has a phenomenal day or he gets in a wreck. I almost get the feeling there. But not too much damage for him from what I'm seeing.
He came in, got 28 seconds of pit stop done, so about 6 seconds of fuel and about 22 seconds of repairs. That's usually not too bad. It is that dreaded 21-second mark, though, that kind of gives you the adage of, it might work, it might not work. I don't know.
The biggest thing is engine power. So one thing we'll do in comms there, we'll ask what the other driver's idle RPM speed is and see if we match it. If we're on point, then we're good.
Oh, Nilly. All right, well, we're like 10 laps to go in the stage. Something like that.
We just got to get a good run going. Cars are going to string out. There's going to be cars all over the track. We just need to be a little more patience and awareness. We'll get strung out and get a good run going.
Kyle back in, got his car worked on. He's good to go. Jonathan Parsons still working on the car. He's 14 minutes in. Stryker working on a couple of minutes of repairs. So he's going to go ahead and go a couple of laps down. Does look like John Hammond's there. Big story, though. Mark Odell still looking for another free pass. He got one there, so he's gained another couple of laps. He's liking these cautions. Odell 4 laps down, saying, keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Sometimes these hits can be a bit deceiving. Also, the car's pretty tough, but we saw that hit Stryker did off of Robert's nose, gave him total of 5 minutes of damage from what I heard.
And then just a little bit here with the 81, his car's fine. Looks like he's fine. He's inside the top 10. He's yet to come to pit road. Just ready to go.
Sometimes it's a little luck as well through these crashes.
Let's listen to the car as we go on board. Here's the gyro cam on the restart here when they come around the final backstretch here. Their lights are off on the pace car. We're going to go back to green flag racing in this next lap. Man, oh man. Quick look at the points for the series. Nathan Alua with 2 wins. Cam Dario with a win. Biggert won as well last week. Riker, Casey, Dudley, Roberts, next drivers hunting for a win, but doing really well in the points. Cutoff line right there at the bottom where you see that 16th spot. 12 drivers looking for playoff berths to be able to get themselves in here. All right, we're going back at it. You hear the downshift. Nick Casey downshift, there it goes.
Oh, we got a wreck in the start-finish line.
4th caution of the race in quick succession as they look to try to get it going. There's Parker involved.
Like he drifted up into somebody.
Oh, he downshifted.
Oh, he goosed it. He money shifted that, looks like.
You hear the engine turn right, or you saw the car turn right, and folks, wow. Here's what happened. Stop it right there. We're going to back up here. And quite often, we've all done this. I don't care if you're a professional iRacer. We've all done this. Here's second gear. He's going to restart in second gear. He's ready to go, ready to go, ready to go.
You know what? I took a second look. He stayed in second, but it looks like
he hit the grass.
Yes.
Boy, that thing hooked right quickly.
That grass is a danger zone. It's especially if you're on the gas, you're going around.
Man, oh man, he did. He touched the grass. Left front tire got the grass there. And let's go over this this view right here. Grass right there. You heard it. Man. Johnny Thunder's giving us a like. What's up, Johnny? Good to see you.
And that's all it takes. Just that slight, I mean, maybe like an inch of tire on the grass, and he went up the track.
Now he's trying to get himself back on the racing surface there. Brad Dove coming in. I mean, he got into somebody, but it wasn't that bad. Stryker out there. Odell got a lap back. He's your lucky dog. So maybe the last lucky dog for a minute, because Stryker did get the car repaired. 1 minute 56 seconds total on pit lane. Finds himself just a lap down at the moment. So a chance for him to get back on the lead lap. Maybe cautions. It's an early night. Cautions have been happening pretty astutely. Just a day. Gary Haynes giving us a like. First time, my man. Gary, thank you for being out there. Much love to you. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the platform. Welcome to the broadcast. Whatever you want to call it out there. It's Iracing. And I utilize my voice for those talents. And, of course, to get out there and play games with the community and have a ton of fun. Folks, if you haven't done so, join the Discord and enjoy yourselves. If you haven't been a part of Discord, well, then sign up for an account today. You hate when it happens, Johnny? I do, too. I do, too, my man. I surely do. Yeah. Also, if you haven't done so, just go ahead and get the timers out of the way. Go to SignatureSports.com, hit the merch tab. Make sure you buy yourself a Signature Esports t-shirt. Awesome cars. I like them. They're good. iRacing is a great platform. They look good. Cam still right there. Top 3, just trying to get the race underway.
Yeah, I'm hearing some frustration in the drivers' channels about the yellows. Some of them expected it, though, with the type of track Texas is. Hopefully we can get a good run going here. Just a mistake by the 5. I'm done it. I'm sure everybody's done it. Just ever so slightly on the grass, and it got them loose.
Here's the thing, though. You expect 4 back-to-back cautions at Bristol or at Martinsville or at Darlington or Dover. Texas usually runs a little bit more smoothly, so maybe, and this is me being critical, and I shouldn't be critical because I like these mile-and-a-half tracks. They run fast. These cars like them. We watched at the NASCAR circuit last year just how much the mile-and-a-half tracks could just run smoothly. Most of the mile-and-a-half tracks ran with 3 or less cautions, and it was a good run. So. Maybe just that loud pedal getting in the way of patience.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Jason. It's you see all the cars stringing out in the runs, and you maybe get a little aggressive, thinking I got to get them now, or I might get stuck where I'm at. It's the mentality for sure. Hopefully, with these cautions, everybody will be a little patient.
You're a Hamlin fan? Do we have the 11? So we don't have the 11 driving the Hamlin car. The 11 driving that's Brandon Porter back here. However, probably your biggest Hamlin fan in this race, this is on iRacing right now, it's going to be Anthony Garland right now. He's a big Denny Hamlin fan and probably owns every Denny Hamlin diecast you could ever ask for. So Anthony Garland out there, he is from New Hampshire. They're going to the Daytona next weekend, and they're going to go watch the 500. He's a big fan. Lots of drivers do like to run NASCAR paint schemes. Some of them run custom paint schemes brought to you by AMR or MCI Graphics. You see Donnie back here. He's running one as well. We're about to have it. Green flag.
Lowell getting the jump as always here on the greens. He's in command of the start, so that's one of the perks. Side by side for second, going into 1.
Big deal to be out front right now. Cam Dario able to take the inside lane away from the 6. So between every restart, they kind of alternate positions. How about 4 wide back here? Jerry Culver trying to stay out of this one. He's like, just go around me. I'll get there when I get there.
Oh, if we could hear him on the radio, he's not happy about it at all. He definitely backed out of that quick, and I would too. It's no good here.
Here Culver driving the Copenhagen Bandit, giving a little love to Sherry on the bottom left. I didn't see that one on the bottom of there. That's cool. Big dig. It's okay to call him a mama's boy because we are. Southern Blend. Long cut. Remember, smoking and tobacco use over the age of 21, and make sure that you know that it can cause cancer. Blah, 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 blah. Don't do it. All right. They've settled in. Nathan Alul runs his fastest lap of the race, 30.18. Dario and Dudley going at it. Dudley's been strong as of late as well. 49 coming up in the picture quite often here in the last few races.
Absolutely. He's one of those guys who manages to pick his way through the front. We've seen him in top 10 quite often. He just has not so good luck. See if he can pull it off at Texas.
Nathan Alul still running out, half second, just trying to extend for a stage. And I got to talk about it. The streak was broken last week. Actually, it was broken last Saturday. A green, white checkered sweep. Or not green, white checkered. A sweep of the stages and a race win. Finally for the Xfinity Series. Caution comes out. That'll end your stage.
Yeah, huge crash.
Nathan Alul will win your stage here, folks. And that was, of course, Andrew Payne knocking that one out of the park. Stage win for Nathan Alul. Jason Day will be inside the top 10. Andrew Tittled, Mike Peters, Nick Casey, Redkin, all outside the top 5. Top 5 will be Nathan Alul, Sam Benson, Cam Dario, Dudley, and Ed Perry as they begin the long pace. 5 cautions so far. Man.
And we were looking to finish the stage there, but it looks like the 17th caught some apron.
I'm doing 90 things. Hey, your dad wants to send stars on Facebook. He needs some tech support. Just letting you know, Joe.
We'll get him going.
Love you, Joe. You're amazing, my man. Slow and steady, Jerry. He just needs to take his time. That's it. Bide your time. Get yourself some effort. Some drivers going to take tires. Some drivers going to take fuel. Some drivers are just going to kind of do their thing. All right, let's go review that caution because he said the 17 kind of came down, touched the apron a little bit. Let's look. Let's go back. Mark Odell was involved in this. There was the 8 right there. There's the 19 there. 17 of Michael Cleary here. Let's see. Oh, he's driving the 8 on his paint scheme. Gotcha. All right, let's take a look. You like the 48? He's got one. A little free. Odell having a... Man, he missed the... Odell missed him 3 times. Oh.
Still managed to get him.
Oh, hold on. This is a shake and bake and I helped moment. We got to go on. Here's Mark Odell, who's just been trying to get back into the race. Missed him there. And then all of a sudden, right? Brad Dove, who was trying to get himself back around, he missed him too. Brad was going from the back to the front, and now Brad's on pit road getting some repairs taken care of. Brad couldn't, he was trying to avoid that one. Hold on, back up. Right here. Right there. Bottom side. Ooh. Oh. He was trying to hold his brakes, that's for sure. He saw the back tires lock up there for the 8. Boy, Brad, I feel your frustration. Ed Perry, your race winner. He hasn't won yet. Race leader. Man.
Yeah, Brad was not too happy there, but once he saw the replay, I think he understood that Odell did lock him up. It's sometimes momentum just can't stop in time. Maybe just a learning thing as well. If you see a wreck, and it's better to just stop the car, roll the car down, even stop in place if you can, and pick your way through it.
Parsons involved early. Folks, reminder, keep your chats kind of clean for me. He's got to come back from 15 laps down, something like that right now. With the way the cautions are coming, possibility. I'm never going to count anybody out.
It ain't over.
Yeah. Parsons is known to be a mover through the pack. Hey, 15 laps down. He can do it. I got faith. Involved early. Shake and bake, says Gary. Folks, reminder, keep the chats clean. Keep the language clean. This is a family entertainment. I want everybody to be... I want everybody to keep the curse words out of here. What is the record for cautions? Asking 29 is the most I've ever called in a race, and that was in a special event for a 200-lap race at North Wilkesboro. 29. The most in a Cup Series that I've ever called, 17.
Oh man, I hope that wasn't us, but
hey, it's all good. I'm happy you're in the chat. I'm glad you're doing it. Just make sure you keep the curse words out of there. Just like if I'm on Twitch by myself and you see me on camera, cool. When we're doing the iRacing stuff, I want to make sure that we keep the families entertained, and I try to keep the chats up so you guys can communicate and have some fun and do all that stuff. All good though, all good. Good, clean racing is what we want. Second stage about to begin. Normally you don't stop for the stages. This one kind of worked out.
green flag Perry with the jump this time. New cars up front, new type of race, I believe. We'll see what they can do.
Ed Perry's yet to be to pit road. Mike Peters has. He came up for fuel. The 69 in second here. Jason Day in third. He says, I'm not coming to pit road right now. I want some green flag run. Candario to the bottom. Holy cow, they're moving. They are going places fast. Ooh, loose on the back end.
A little Benson, them guys, I believe they took tires. They're going to have to be careful picking their way up through the field here, trying to get to the front again.
Right now, Sam Benson out in front of the 48. That's the first time that's happened since the start of the race. Nathan, a little control in the restarts. Dirty Eric can get the downforce on these cars. Very tight in the corner, can free up the back end. So you get that nose kind of, that splitter kind of suction cupped on the bottom of the race, on the racetrack. It can actually create that loose feeling, and that's what we're kind of seeing here. The 6 drives in the corner behind the 75 defended the race line here. John Hammond, when he came to pit road on lap 18, he went ahead and took those tires and got some damage repaired, so he's trying to work his way forward. Anthony Garland in a fourth now, as the top 5 looks very different.
Yeah, lots of different strategies with these yellows, with all these pit stops, different stuff going on. We see Alul fighting on the outside of Cameron Dario coming through the triangle. John going on the inside. I believe Garland trying to get that 4th spot.
Right now, Sam Benson trying to get himself around. Sam Benson, you think 6 is the sleeper. The 6 kind of is the aggressor. He's not really a sleeper. Throughout this race series, he's been the aggressor. He's tried to make moves to try to push himself around this race line, trying to get himself in position to win races. And sometimes it bites him. He's kind of like what I'm going to use this term lightly. He's kind of the Dale. If you thought about what Dale Earnhardt used to do in the 80s and 90s, trying to put himself in that race line and in that position, that's exactly what he did. Nick Casey back here trying to make aggressive moves as well.
Yeah, as you mentioned, sometimes it gets you. I'm a big, I guess, example of that. Oh.
81 going for a dirt ride. Mowing the grass with the next gen. Able to miss pit road, so he's going to get back up to speed. A little free right there. He's going to let the race line happen. He'll fall back a little bit. No caution as they continue to work around. Going to lap 75 for the stage. Right now, the battle for the lead between the 33 and the 69. As the 33 is 6 of Sam Benson. Going after the jaws of the 33. He's
there.
Mike Peters, 31-13 on the iRating.
Oh, a little bump there.
Ooh.
Looks like they checked up off the corner. Benson's on the inside now. Peters should clear him here. Yep. Sets his sights for first place. Perry is just ahead of him.
New tires, not going to be able to challenge theirs right now. Fifth gear, 184 miles an hour for Benson. He's going to take over the lead pretty quickly here. Nathan Alul in tow, but watch out. The 33 still in that mix. He's not done.
He's definitely giving it all he's got, demanding a lot from his tires, and he's doing a very good job with everybody else fighting for spots. They're burning their tires off. Harry is doing an excellent job.
Something to think about here. They really haven't had a big run here, so this is kind of the first time they've been able to really, I mean, the tire difference is still going to be there. They still have had to get up to speed, have had to get around the track a couple of times, a couple of laps, but he's really going to be managing his tires here. If he can manage a long run out of these tires, especially when he decides to come in for fuel, he'll go a lap down, but he'll be on a different cycle, which will put him at a 50-lap sprint. They get about 55, 58 laps out of these tires, he's going to be just fine.
I'm definitely impressed with that call. I think it was a good call here. He's still got the same set, so he's got an extra set at the moment. It might benefit him towards the end of the race. Even if he does fall back through the field, I'm impressed here.
The 10 of Isaac Balsamo, he's got Mark Redkin behind him. Redkin out of Redkin out of Jefferson City, Missouri, has a good run. We talked about Michael Caffrey. He started from the back. He's got that FT Bomber moving forward. From Perth, Australia, Nathan Alul is from Paris, Italy. He is trying to get himself around. Ooh, 33.69 digging. Nick Casey in the run. Camp Dario up to second now as he and Nathan Alul work on tracking down Sam Benson.
Both Cameron, Dario, and Nathan Alul looks like they're lined up tracking down the 6 and closing. They seem to, it's the 6 a little loose off the exit there, but hangs on to it.
Cam in the hunt, gets down to the bottom line. Caution comes out. Is Balsamo involved?
Seems to have lost it off of 4, and good job just locking it down, keeping it at the bottom.
Caution, Dr. Isaac Fishing. Don't book a trip with him. I'm going on a trip with him this summer. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited. All right, so there's Redkin right behind him. Let's take a look here. There's 4. Drifts up the race line, out of the throttle, into the... Oh, comes across the nose of the 76 there. Man. I mean, he did a great job locking the tires up, but that was a hit. Kind of want to far chase this one. Let's do that. 10, out of the corner, up high. 70, he's free, and the 76 just gets into him. Hard lick for the 76. Cockpit view for Mark Redkin here. Oof. Just not expecting to be. He was loose. Comes out of turn 4, free off the high side. I mean, it looked harder than what it was. On the inside the car, it wasn't much, but from the overhead view, that was insanity.
And it looks like he's got the wheel cranked to the right pretty good. He's trying to keep that car stable, but too much input maybe. Just the right rear's gone, and he slid across Mark's nose. But like we mentioned, great job just keeping it away from the racing line. It could have been a lot worse than what it is.
Let's take a look. I'm going to try to look here. Look at that nose, rear. It looks fine.
Doesn't look too bad to me.
Looking from Robert Dudley's gyro, or his, I call this the weird camera. What did I call this? I call this the GoPro.
The roof cam, maybe something like that.
If this was an antenna, this would be the antenna cam.
Antenna cam.
This is my favorite camera I've set up. It really shows the focus, determination. Robert Dudley's avatar. Not even blinking. I wonder if he's breathing.
That's a nice shot. I like that one.
Still my favorite one. Everybody loves this one. The rear view mirror camera. do all these cameras myself, folks.
Love it.
My gyro cam is set up so you can see across the infield and everything else more to the left instead of towards the wall. Oh, here's your gearbox. Here's your nose cam. Look how that's the nose cam. That sits right on top of the splitter. That's how low these cars are. I've managed this one to show you exactly where the car actually gets its speed.
And you mentioned it earlier at speed, the splitter coupled with the diffusers at the rear of the car, they create, and the underneath the car, it's all flat, nothing's exposed anymore, almost like an Indy car. Creates a ground effect, sucks the car to the ground, helps with that downforce.
But does not keep them from flipping.
Unfortunate, no. If you're going backwards, we mentioned it, I think the last race, roof flaps deploy, the little flap. Doesn't do it in iRacing, but there's a flap at the diffuser that deploys with the roof flaps, so it'll keep the car on the ground.
Yeah, right. If you go and watch any NASCAR race, let's see if we get a car that's closer. Cam's going to be on the high, so here he is. Cam right here. So right there in that rear diffuser, there's a flap that is supposed to deploy to keep the car on the ground. Now, they've done a lot of testing at NASCAR, and this is something that they've been working on in the cable system inside these cars throughout NASCAR. But I'd like to see iRacing deployed. I mean, if they can deploy roof flaps, they should be able to make this one happen too. It'd be a really cool effect to be able to look at that. But that rear diffuser has a flap that pops down when there's any air on it, and will help keep the car. It's supposed to help keep the car on the ground and help slow the car when it's rolling backwards. Kind of similar to what an aircraft does.
Essentially, so the air will go through the front end. The roof flaps deploy. I believe there's a cable on the left roof flap that attached to the rear diffuser, and it'll drop that flap down, and all the air goes through the car instead of underneath it. You got the hood flaps also. So a lot of I applaud NASCAR. I like it. A lot of devices here to keep the cars on the ground.
I mean, if you're going almost 180 miles an hour, that's a big deal.
Yeah, sometimes we've seen them mostly at Daytona or Talladega. Sometimes it just doesn't work. You get a hood just right, namely on the side of the car, and you'll still go around. But a lot of safety stuff. I really like this car personally.
Sixth caution of the race. And we're a third of the way through it for 30 laps. So we ran 20 green flag laps throughout this race. We're going to make it 21 coming up. 6, 23, 48, 86, 69, 33. Right here for the My Three Sons Cup Series Chop Shop iRacing Leagues. They're ready to dig. 6, 23. Loud and proud. How about it? Pitter patter. Let's get at her.
Oh, great start for Benson there. It's a new front row again. Benson, Cameron, Lowell fighting for second spot, 2x2 behind the leader.
Nick Casey in the mix to the high side. Now, does this bode a caution breeds caution situation as these drivers get down the back straightaway, 86-69, digging as they run that inside lane? I tell you what, Mike Peters and Ed Perry still in the mix. There's Robert Dudley in the 49, still digging.
With all the yellows we're having, and I mentioned earlier, even if we get a green run, I still believe staying out, maybe just getting Phil is a great call. They're going to have an extra sit at the end. They might sneak away with something.
Nathan Alul, the 48, still rolling. Now, I will tell you that Ed Perry, when we talked about him not coming to...
Oh.
No, Sam Benson. Oh, he's really swallowed up here.
Everybody doing a good job.
Here's a look here. The 6 was free. Nathan Alul went around Cam Dario here. The 6 got free. And right here, Sam Benson being swallowed up by the field. Back to it. He's still on the bottom side into the back straightaway. He's still trying to push his boundaries here. Maybe ran the tires too hard. Nathan Alul out front, Cam Dario in tow. Mr. Church says, upset you didn't make it, but family first. Dude, family is always first. Always.
Yes, sir.
It's a race. There's more races.
Jason, you mentioned it earlier. Benson's very aggressive. He's very fast, but maybe it comes back to bite him. We've seen it a couple races now where he might get free or loose or maybe get collected in something of his own doing. Maybe a little more patience here. We'll see what he does to try and get back up there.
He's got to cool the tires off. If you run too hard on a restart, especially if you go first gear, you're cooking a lot of heat in those tires as the simulator rolls. And now Sam Benson has the 33 back to the inside. Tell you what, I'm impressed with Ed Perry. Ed Perry's still digging here.
I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. He's sitting in 7th.
76-19. 76 going around.
Across the track.
Up in front of the field. Able to hold on. Whoa. So much that Michael Cleary went ahead and hit the wall to avoid him.
Bounce off John there and blocked the track for the most part. I'm impressed with everybody now. And they just all load up. Nobody hitting Mark sideways.
Absolutely, Robert. Appreciate you. It says good broadcast as always, Jason Joe. Much love, my man. Caution, 7th one of the race. They're trying to dig. Here's a look. 76 and the 19 are going to lean on each other here. I believe the 19 kind of leaned on the 76 a little bit more. We'll see how the entrance of the corner. 76, up the race line just a little bit. He bobbled. Now the net code brings him together. And his right rear hooked around from the fender. A little bounce there. And able to dig. Here's that straight line drive in, folks. This is what I call the straight line drive, and a lot of the time, we see this on the 1.5 mile tracks where you think you have the speed to make a corner, but you're not into the corner near enough. Watch his cockpit here. A little bit more straight line drive, comes down, hits the apron, and you hear him having to get out. He is hard on that wheel to turn it left, and then it just goes around.
Just a tap there. The apron's so flat when you touch it, it's going to push you up the track, and figure it's on his outside there. But I'm pretty fascinated, really, with how that looked like when the 19, they coming off the corner, the 19 pulls away from Mark, and it just sucks him around. I don't know if it's net code or arrow or something. I think it looks pretty neat. The way that happened, it just sucked Mark around when the 19 pulled away from him.
So right here into the corner, the 76 is leaning on the 19 right about there, and the 19 is just into him, and it just you can only lean so far. Great job by the 19. It was all on the 76 there. Mark's my neighbor. Well, he's my neighbor to the north for a little while. Yeah, all the good things.
Just a small wall tap on the front end. I believe he'll be okay, but we'll see how Mark does.
Kind of want to see how Mark Odell's still working on getting around. He's technically only 2 laps down. He's a lap.
I see him a lap down. He's made some ground, some headway for sure.
Cleary is your lucky dog. He's coming around. Mark Odell would be your lucky dog. Jonathan Parsons on pit road again, getting the car attended to, taking some tires, working on it. Brad Dove got the car worked on. He's back. He's 20 laps down, but still a chance. Parker there. Kyle Gretsch out of the race. He came back out, tried to run some laps. Couldn't do it. I don't know, man. You know who your race leader is?
I see Cameron on the top spot right now.
Nathan Alul back to 16th. He's going to have 12 laps to try to shake and bake his way around here. Came in, took fuel only, was not there for tires.
Maybe thinking big picture, staying out longer as if the run goes on after the stage. We'll see.
Ed Perry came in with tires and took tires. So did Nathan Biggert in the 19. So did Mike Peters. He came in, so he's going to be on his own strategy here. Brian Rayburn, thinking long haul, came in on 56, took tires. Michael Caffrey came in and took tires and took some repairs. He's going to be doing it again here, getting just that little bit more, taking care of a little right side damage can make make or break your race. Mark Redkin's going to be back out there. He'll be just fine. Still in the lead lap as these drivers look to hook up and roll. Stage win would be big for Cam Dario or Nick Casey this time by.
Both aggressive drivers on the front row. I think we're going to see a pretty good battle here for the stage win.
But then again, we could see ourselves having one of these drivers back here with new tires. 10 laps is a long time. You could 10 would be 11 laps because technically they need to complete lap. Wait a minute, we're going to 75. We got 15 laps. That's 15, 16 laps. That's a different story. That's a whole different ball of wax.
We'll see how they do. We did mention the tire wear about 10 to 17 laps is when you start to really feel it. They've been pushing it hard. We had a pretty good run here. We'll see if that top row can hang on.
23, 86, 49, 6. Benson back up in the mix. Dudley there as well. Tettle to Hammond. Hammond able to string together some laps here. Was a couple of laps down. Now finds himself up there trying to compete for the top 5.
A good stack up there on the field. Cameron, the 23, gets a big jump out. Starts to arc in side by side for second.
Dario Dudley to the inside of the 86 of Nick Casey. Casey with a run on the outside. 49 to clear the 86. 49 there. Tittle driving in. And then there as well. Big look here for Nathan Alul. 19 to the outside. 10 there as well. 19 with new tires saying, let's go places. Robert's up there. 10 spots. Brandon Porter, biggest mover of the race, up 18. Take that back. Tittle up 21. Started 25th. Is in 4th.
We're strung out for the most part. We see John going on a pass on 10 here. He's going to clear him off for 2. Oh, no, still 10 fighting back.
Big run on the outside. Newer tires for the 75, for the 45. I'm sorry, for the 75. All these other drivers came in on 31. Hammond came in on 47. Is going to have 15, 16 lap fresher tires, even though they had some cautions in between all that. Jason Day came in on 47 as well. He's on a different run. Sam Benson in the 6th, dropping back, was up to 4th. Now finding his way all the way to the back. Maj Zaleski's going to be there in the 53, up 6. He is in 8th. Came in on 47 as well. Different race line for him. 6, try to battle back. 11 of Brandon Porter. Huge run. Donnell Williams trying to stick it here to him as well.
Side by side, a lot of jockeying for position here. Got to watch the exit off of Ford. You can meet that wall pretty quick. Got to take it just right. John's giving a lot of pressure to the 2nd place right now. Oh, I think they tapped some Thor.
Hammond to 2nd. Tracking down Cam Dario, 63 of 150. Gets around the 86. Big run. Big moves. Ed Perry trying to find his way around some race pace here. He's got Mike Peters in front of him, the 69, still trying to dig. I'm telling you, Nathan Alul only taking fuel, dropping to the back here. He's back to 19.
Apologize.
You're good. You're good. That's all good.
He just got free on the backstretch or off the corner. He hit the wall pretty good. He's way off the pace on the high side right now in 3 and 4. Major damage for the number 6.
Sam Benson. Oh, he does. Huge right side damage. 65 of 150. 13 right there with him. Jerry Culver he's trying to get back up to pace here. Jerry Culver's going to have an opportunity to drive around the 6 here. Culver on the high side if he wants it. Jerry Culver on the lead lap in 23rd. Cleary off the racetrack. He is going to be in pit lane here. He goes ahead and resets. Let's take a look and see what happened there real quick. It looks like he got free off 4. No caution for that. You're talking about getting free off 4. It's exactly what happened to the he's a 17, has the 8 on his number here. Hits the wall, no cars around, so no caution. He's going to reset as he takes care of it. John Hammond, a full sack it out front. Got to get himself some stage win. Nick Casey's going to be in 3rd here. Dario still trying to track him down. Man, what a run.
John, those tires paying off for the 75. He's got a good gap, about 8, 9, almost a second over the 23. He's pulling away. If we go green, I believe he'll get the stage. But remember, we don't stop for the yellows, so we'll see if it comes back to bite him. Maybe those tires. He's pushing those tires pretty hard.
I mean, a stage win still points. And right now, I'm seeing the 69 work through the field right now. Maj Zielinski's going to be up there. Maj free off the corner, down to the bottom on the grass. Maj trying to come back up. Turn 4 being a doozy for everybody. He's going to keep it low here. Try to keep himself off with that commitment cone for pit lane. It's going to be good there as he gets back around. 21 back up on the racing surface. 68 of 150.
Oh, Porter's loose. They're wrecking on the back. I believe he slid up in front of Striker.
Brennan Porter dropping back. These tires freeing up. John Hammond be looking for an opportunity here for the stage. Lap 70. They'll go back to green flag racing before the end of 75. So that'll be kind of a shootout here.
He's got man of the lead on the restart up. I don't see any danger for him, but Striker's got major damage. I don't think he can turn right now. He's cutting through the grass.
All right. Ooh. This might be a repeat of what we saw earlier. The 10 to the back of the 11. For Chase. Take a look at this. The 11. Right here. The Isaac Losamo here. The bottom side. 11, just a little bit of the apron. 10's fine. Ooh, the 11 gets free. 33's there. Oh, man. He's just trying to maintain traffic while drivers are going around him. And Striker here. Yeah, you're talking about where the car ends up and how much damage you get. Look at that. That car is trying to maintain. He's got that thing cranked to the left.
Lots of wheel damage, suspension damage, ARs, things like that. That's a lot of damage. It looks like.
That's that link. They've got they've got the toe link. They've got 3 different quick change parts in NASCAR, and iRacing has incorporated those into the race. And I tell you what, Porter's going to get an EOL here, but I tell you what, it does make a difference. The moment that thing breaks on your car here, that's a minimum 5-minute repair on the car, and just to get the car back rolling straight.
It's just the impacts. It looks like Porter hit him on the wheel, or the wheel Striker's car hit the wall pretty good. These cars can take a hit, but you hit them just right, and they're fragile in places like you mentioned, the toe link.
That, the radiator, all of it. We'll have a 2-lap race to the stage, I do believe. Tough luck for Striker. Nowhere to go, says Mr. Church. You ain't lying. Let's go, John. John trying to get a stage win here. It's a bigger deal than most people give credit for. Might be able to run some extra laps, but I will tell you that you kind of need those race lines. Right now, Brad Dove on pit road. The driver that I was looking at here, Mark Odell. He's on the lead lap.
I see him on in 22nd right now.
He's 20th coming off pit road right now, according to the relative, according to SDK. Folks, SDK is back, by the way. Had a nice little long conversation with the developers about this. I love SDK, but it was not thinking up based off of nicknames that the leagues give me, because they call me just broadcaster, or they call me just whatever it is, and there's something going on with that. I don't know. Mark Odell was 5 laps down 8 cautions ago, starting from the pits. Got himself a few lucky dogs, had to wait for a couple of extra lucky dogs, and now got himself back on the lead lap, able to make it work. So he's going to be a little Hot Wheel and do his thing.
Our looks good, and that just goes to show you, just stick it out. Even if you got damage, you never know. It's not over until it's over. If your engine's blown, the race is over. If your car can move, stay on the track. I know it sucks riding around, but you never know what's going to happen.
Don't quit. I mean, that's the big thing. Just don't quit.
And even riding around laps down, you still get points. You know, you got to get as many points as you can. That 1 point will cost you a playoff spot, so you got to get everything you can. I agree with that.
Thank you to our new sponsor for the Chop Shop Cup Series. A big special thank you out there, Sherry. Much love, and all the folks out there kicking butt, taking names, doing your thing. My 3 Sons Antique and Vintage Rescue and Repair out there having some fun. Much love, my dear. Thank you very much for being a part of thank you for supporting an iRacing series. And folks, my hat's off to those who get out there and sponsor these series. Not just me as a content creator, but these series, to put your money out there to help these folks go out and basically, I'm going to say it, they play a damn video game. That's what they're doing. But they're having fun. It's for a good cause. The money goes to help pay for things like me and for extra purse money and extra things out there. These leagues deserve it. And I think it's a great opportunity for you to get a little bit of exposure, but also know that even if you don't get a single click or a single link, you're helping these people with mental clarity and just a lot of, you'd be surprised what iRacing does. Green flag as we're going back at it again. My3-sons.com. You can go visit them, 818 North Woodworth Avenue, Tacoma, Washington, or give them a call, 253-377-3881. Email Cheryl Culver at my3sons.com. Holy cow, Hammond needs 2 more laps here.
Cam was very aggressive. We were 3 wide off of 4. I thought they were going to wreck. Cam's still going after it, but it's kind of car that's inside now. Cam in danger of losing the lead. Mike Peters right on his bumper on his inside just a bit now.
Hammond there to block, needs 1 more clean lap, but Ed Perry and Mike Peters have brand new tires. That's a brand new car he's trying to race with. White flag lap for the stage. Of course, we're going to stay green. Right now, Mike Peters quickly taking advantage of those new tires. And I tell you what, Ed Perry is going to try to get second out of this. He's going to be able to do so. John Hammond up the race line, 33 to the inside. Hammond rolling the corner. Ed Perry to the inside. Hammond there to defend a last full send effort as they come and dig. Off the corner they go. That'll be your top 10.
Mike Peters with the win-in call. We're taking the tires. Hammond holding off Perry successfully for second.
So Mike Peters, your stage 2 winner. John Hammond, Ed Perry, Nick Casey, Isaac Balsamo, Nathan Biggert, Cam Dario, and Nathan Biggert were, whenever Mike Peters crossed the line, was right. They were getting ready to switch positions. But Nathan Biggert had it in 6th. Nathan Alul in 8th. Rayburn in 9th. Michael Caffrey in 10th. Man, oh man. Now it's a different race. All right. Did all that. Stages are done. I can get rid of that screen. We don't need that screen anymore. I don't need no stinking screens anymore. We're going to call it just because. Anthony Carland on the verge of going a lap down right now. Kibita took a little extra damage repaired. I think that nose damage finally getting in there.
Someone's in the grass.
Rayburn in the grass down to the bottom. Man, oh man, no caution. Brian Rayburn, unsafe pit in. He comes off of 4 again. Another one of these. 007 Chris saying, "Let's go." Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Much love to you. Hope you're having a fantastic night.
It's gonna have to serve that penalty, but great job keeping it off the pit road wall. This car's still good, still moving.
Gonna go. Is that a stop and go, or is that a 40-second hold?
It depends on what speed he would hit that pit road. I'm assuming it was pretty fast, so it's going to be a lengthy stop and go from my experience. We're 3 wide going into 3. Casey right now, they sorted out 3 wide for a second. Casey taking advantage of that 3 wide.
Dudley in the mix back where he started. Andrew Tittled up 18 spots. Nathan Biggert in the 19 working here. Has Hammond behind him up 19 relative to his number. Big nice save, Rayburn. He did. Getting free out the corner. Stryker finally able to leave pit road here. Sam Benson in 22nd. Still right side damage here. 2 laps down. Try to hold on. Anthony Garland still outpacing the front right now. His last lap, 31.70. Rayburn, I'm sorry, Anthony Garland's last lap, 30.95. Having to choose to come off of pit road after the green flag. Try to get himself back around right now. Ed Perry, who we saw win last season, is digging here.
I'm hearing Stryker. You mentioned him coming off pit road. I'm hearing him in the driver's comms, and he's saying the car won't turn at all. It's coming back into pit road right now. I don't know if he got all the damage fixed or it's just too much.
It might just be that left. Once you get that left side, sometimes it can't be fixed.
You can only do so much with the damage you got. Of course, there's no fast repairs other than super speedway, so we'll see what he does here, if there's more repair or if he's going to stay in the pits.
An ode to Truex Jr. coming around the outside of Ed Perry as the 19 puts himself into position to take over second. Is going to do so as Mike Peters, Nathan Biggert, Ed Perry up there inside the top 3, 83 of 150. Last time these drivers were on pit road, lap 56. Andrew Tittled, though, came out on 69. Mark O'Dell inside the top 10, up 20. He is on the move.
What a move by Biggert. We don't typically see outside passes. The car gets real free up there, especially coming off the corner. All the weight, all the load is coming off, and the car's not generating as much downforce. That was an awesome move to see.
And right now, he's the quarter second to the 69 as it goes Chevrolet, Toyota, Chevrolet. Here's a look at your manufacturers, folks, as Chevys dominate the field, but Toyota's very strong in the field, and several Fords working the action here. 19 catching some fire here. If you look at the last times, this is what your drivers drove on the last lap. Peters trying to save a little bit of tire, a little bit of fuel here. Right now, his lap time about a tenth off the pace of Biggert and Perry. Andrew Tittle, though, in the 45, he's in tow, and he's got a little bit more speed, about 13 lap pressure tires.
Looks like Biggert's having a little trouble with Peters. Peters is a very aggressive driver, almost like me, likes to make the car wide. He's going to have trouble with that pass. Oh, Tittle loose off the exit into the grass.
Able to save. Ooh.
Pushing very hard there. He's managed to keep it on the track, still in fourth.
Let's go 81. 81. Able to leave some gap between he and Mike Peters. So right now he's coming out of 4. And your race leader about half a straightaway away from him.
Being a side-by-side battle here, the 75 and the 77 Caffrey. He's able to clear John. John takes a little bump from the 49, moves him up the track.
Robert Dudley digging on the inside, trying to get around the 75. 75 will run him tight. He will do that.
Oh, 77 cut the grass too, a little free as well. Great save.
Capri had to heat up the tires, now just cooled them off by not so much of a choice. Isaac Balsamo on pit road. Anthony Garland, 28, was 30.1 seconds back. Has gained about 2 seconds off of the 2 seconds to the advantage. So right now, Mike Peters and Nathan Biggert are going to be working very hard. Biggert, who won last week, trying to go back-to-back in the Cup Series. Going to work the outside, maybe drop into the corner here in Texas. Rolling the bottom, 69 way up the race line. Andrew Tittle back in the mix. He's going to give a bump to the 33.
He's turning him around. And that's got to be, wow.
Oh!
Capri just hit him.
Ed Perry just got demolished.
Wow.
45 of Andrew Tittle got to the back bumper of him. Tried to move him out of the exit. And the 33 just got leveled. Caution for the 9th time. This is where your drive line changes. Inside the top three, 45 is there. 33 is a little free. 45 couldn't help. 33 is a little free, and then all of a sudden, Capri.
It's out of nowhere.
Man.
Looked like Tennell was trying to keep off him, but got a bump from the car behind him that finished Perry off, and him sitting in the middle of the track. Capri's trying to avoid it. We see him sliding, but
Capri didn't know where he was going to go.
Looks like the 75 got some of that as well, trying to avoid it.
Dudley was there. Here's a look. Dudley was trying to avoid. Ooh. Oh, he was just trying to. He broke when he was braking. Oh, when he was braking, it sent him up the racetrack. Man.
I know the 75, John Hammond, he's running the brake bias all the way pegged to the back, which is 44%. That's a lot of rear brake bias to help him turn. But that's one thing to be careful. If you brake hard, the car is going to spin itself. And it looks like he got a beat ball due to hitting the wall. Just too much damage compiled from all these crashes he was involved in.
All right, folks, it's time for the hydrate break of the day. We're going to be right back with you. Caution out. They're going to pace around. We'll see who's left, what's going to happen with it. Man, oh, man. It was insanity. We'll be right back in just a moment.
Hello, I'm Jeremy, Service Manager of VIP in West Lebanon, New Hampshire. When a customer comes into VIP, it's an experience starting with walking the customers out to the car, getting all the information, getting feedback from the customer, kind of feeling the customer out on how their driving conditions are, or how it may affect their car, or maintenance interval schedules that may be coming up, alerting any safety concerns, just creating that transparency with the customer. To VIP, a certified automotive professional means somebody VIP can rely on to get the job done right the first time, creating a comeback or a lifetime of customers in the future. My favorite part of the job, really seeing a customer genuinely smile when the service that they get done is completed the right way at a fair price. You just earned an automotive customer for life.
Welcome back, coming into the green here. 1 to green cars coming off pit road. Right now, our front row, Nathan Biggert in the 19, Jerry Culver in the 13. We got about 58 laps to go. A string of 9 cautions during this race so far. It's going not too bad. Some singles, car spins through the grass. Hopefully they can string out and get some racing going. Pace cars off, coming into the green. And green flags out. Check up on the outside lane. Biggert, great jump. We see Donnie here on the inside trying to get these 2 cars. Looks like he's going to clear them. His inside car settles in 8th spot. Running that high line. Mark 2 is inside, Mark Rutgen. Little loose off the corner. Not too bad catching it. Jerry Culver way up the track there, overdriving the corner a little bit, loses a spot. A little charging up. Sees those cars fighting. Oh.
There it is. I'm back. I use your restroom. Sorry, folks. Mark O'Dell out front. You ain't lying. From that many laps down to the lead. That's pretty impressive. Nick Casey in tow. As the 86 rolls the corner. Settled in third. Cam Dario still inside the top 5.
Oh, we got a car. Biggert got a shot from Donnie. Went sideways. He's in the wall now. Off the 2.
There he is. Driver's, he's slow. He's real slow here.
Hit the wall pretty hard. I bet wing to bit he's got to come in.
Man, oh man. Trying to find the incident there. Right here. Somewhere around this mark right here. Oh yeah. I mean, it was a great save. Oh, he didn't. Somebody finished him off there. Yeah, he's on pit lane here. Back it up just a moment here. I think that was the 10.
I think you're right. Just swiped them, and it gave him the meatball.
Man. On pit lane, getting things taken care of. Odell out front, quarter second, trying to maintain some tires here. Is the 86 of Nick Casey digging.
Well, Jason, we're about 60 cars on the lead lap. Biggert, I believe. No, Benson's 1 lap down. He would be your lucky dog. The field's pretty spread out. I think we're in good lines for a green flag run here to the end.
Possibility is endless. And I tell you what, Jerry Culver, who's in 16th right now, came into pit lane on 47, is yet to come to pit lane since then. So he's going to be looking at pit lane very soon. Needs tires and fuel. He can't finish this race without fuel soon. 45 to the inside of the 8. Odell is going to go back a few spots as Nick Casey takes over the lead. Nicholas Casey, Interstate Batteries 86, rolling that beautiful Toyota. 2 Chevys behind him, Cam Dario and a Toyota. Nathan Alul still trying to track his way forward. Mike Peters, right where he started, went to the back and has now worked his way back to the front. He is in 6th.
He's under fire right now. Looks like... No, he's all over. I'm sorry. He's all over the 48 now. Looks like he's a little bit quicker, being patient, waiting for the right moment, peeking his nose outside here.
A little bit of that look right here to the inside. 48's going to give it to him. Yeah, 48 just off the gas. Let the 69 have that.
A little being smart here, not fighting unnecessarily, taking care of his tires. Still thinking big game, big picture plan. I like what he's doing right now.
Another big picture starting to come into fruition here as Brandon Porter in the 11 up 20 spots. John Hammond back in the mix. He is trying to roll. He's got that right side damage. He's able to get his toe link fixed. Robert's up 13. There's the 98 back in the mix as well. Everybody's seen some kind of damage tonight. Very few 0Xs out there still left to be claimed.
Lots of yellows. We have 9 total cautions. A little bit less than half the field is a lap down or out. So a lot of attrition going on, but we're getting a lot of spread out cars right now. A good green flag run. And I'm impressed with John. He had a meatball when he hit that wall. Looks like it wasn't too bad. He's doing good right now.
Right now, a few drivers working 49 of Robert Dudley in front of this field. The 11 of Brandon Porter there. John Hammond. He has got that mayhem look on him. He is ready to get some spots here.
Working on Dudley, clears them off of 4. Dudley turning hard, keeping it off the wall, costing him some speed, but John's charging up the front.
Brandon Porter up 21, starting to dig. Free off the corner, 75 over the back bumper.
Good save by the 11. The 75 is all over Porter. He's driving very angry, it looks like. Giving everything he's got out of that car.
That's that PO teenager look that I talk about, folks. When you drive it like you stole it, and he is on the move.
I'm loving it. John has absolutely had it with this race, with this racetrack, and he's giving it all he's got. Someone's in the grass here.
Jerry Culver, free off turn 4. He is up the racetrack. He's good. Got to cool the tires off, get himself back up to speed. He sounds like he's out of fuel.
Looks like he's still under power, just very gathering it back up.
Has to dig. 16th for him on the verge of going a lap down.
You mentioned earlier in the race he did not take tires. I don't know about that call, especially this late. He's got no sense now. I think he should have taken them. But we see the effects there. Just hang on, keep it moving. I think he'll be okay.
Mark Odell back to second. He fell back to 4th. But now back up to second now as Cameron Dario tries to track down the field. Right now, Nick Casey slower than the 5 drivers behind him. Mike Peters, I take that back, 32.28. Trying to work with Nathan Alul here. Nathan Alul a little faster, 32.23. But Andrew Tenold, 31.49. Casey's 31.50. Cam Dario, 31.24. Mark Odell, 31.42. So a 10th faster than the leader as the laps continue to tick away.
Alul completing the pass on Tenold there, being very patient. We saw him let him go by earlier, perhaps too hard for Peters. Burned his tire off. We're seeing him drop back now as falling in the clutches of the 75.
And look who's in tow. John Hammond.
I'm loving it. I hope John gets up there. I like what he's doing. He's been in maybe every crash we've seen tonight, and he's hard charging.
He says, I am not here to finish at the tail end of the field. I'm going to finish this race where I want it.
He's all over. Mike Peters there. We see him look high, look low.
Back into the throttle. Man, he's back into the throttle faster than everybody. To the bottom side.
Wow, we see him get a little bit free off the corner, but he jabs it in there. And he's going to get the spot going into 1, I believe. Peters a little high up the track.
And he's free. He's free. Whoa. Able to save it.
Somebody else is free.
Brandon Porter, free off 2. Corner exit being everybody's downfall right now.
So that right rear we talked about, it's wearing out. It's going to catch up to these drivers. We have a pretty good run going on right now.
Anthony Garland back in the mix as well. He's had some right side. There's the 31 of Stefan Salas trying to go after Caleb Modzelewski. Modz in 13th. Looking for Donnie Williams in the 82. Donnie rolling the high side here. Still free off corner, but he's trying to keep it nice and even.
Donnie, what these drivers battle it out, just being patient, running that middle-ish line, doing very good.
Oh, Jerry Culver into the wall. Goes a lap down. Free off corner exit.
Those tires must be catching up to him. He is very far off pace, and car is very free.
Last on pit road on lap 47, according to the iRacing telemetry here for SDK. And I'm wondering when he's coming to pit road. He is, I know that we've had some cautions, but boy, he is, he's pushing the limits of this car.
Yeah, I definitely would have came in on that last yellow. I'm willing to bet he has two, if not more sets of tires. I would have taken one on that last yellow for sure. For as long as he's been out there, he's got to be hurting.
Been to pit road 3 times, last time on 47. Isaac Balsamo having an issue here. He is slow on the front straight, and a caution will come out.
He stopped and towed. Caused the caution to come out, stopping on the track like that. It would have been better if he kept it going around and went into the pit.
It's the wall, into the grass, into the wall. The caution didn't come out before that. Because if the caution comes out before that, he can just roll forward. Man, oh man. Well, lucky dog going to Jerry Culver. He's going to be able to get some. Jerry Culver's going to be able to get some extra TLC on the car, be able to get the tires changed. He's going to have to come around first. Be back on the lead lap, start at the tail of the field. Nick Casey's going to be your race leader here, and he was pulled away from Mark Odell and Cam Dario. Cam was closing the distance down to Mark. Mark in second, giving himself a little bit of an edge from 4+ laps down to where he's at now. That's a win in my books.
What a big break for the 13. That's Jerry Culver you mentioned. He desperately needed a yellow. It was not looking too good for him. But he's got to come in, take the tires, fill it up. We'll see what he does with them.
Right. Culver. Odell stays out. Culver's going to be your lucky dog. Going to get released by iRacing officials to go through the pace car and around. Mark Odell stays out. 25 of Brad Dove was looking for a free pass here. And the 8 staying out here. Ooh. That run was almost too clean to not think that this might go green for the last 30 or so laps.
Yeah, it was looking pretty good. I think the longest run we've had so far, I believe. But I would say a mental mistake by the 10. I know you hit the wall, maybe you're fed up, but wouldn't stop on the track just to tow. You got to bring it in pit road. But it's okay. We'll rack them back up again and do it one more time.
Isaac says he stopped because he couldn't steer the car.
That's why. Okay.
Barely steer. Well, I mean, he did smack it pretty hard to the right. So, yeah, I could see that. All good, Isaac. Nick Casey in second here. Mark Odell to the front. I mean, he's a sitting duck right now. This is 25 is going to go ahead and come to pit road and just call it right there. That kind of makes, if the leader stays out, even on older tires, we see 26 lap difference on tires between Mark Odell and the rest of the field. Mark's coming and taking fuel mostly. and has been less on the tires. He's been to pit road 4 times, but just trying to make ends meet, getting himself around. More for fuel than tires. So we'll see kind of where this works. John Hammond came to pit road as well. He's got himself a fresh set of stickers.
We see how hard John was charging through the field, as you mentioned, a PO teenager. And man, he wasn't doing nothing crazy as getting into drivers or sliding up into them, but he was driving very aggressively in a controlled manner, and I was loving it.
Sometimes it's possible. I tell you what, I've called Sam Benson aggressive time and time again, only because he's an aggressive driver. He likes to get out there and push it, put the go fast pedal down to the floor and say let's go. John, he might take that cake today.
It's looking pretty good for him. I'm in his corner right now after all the incidents he's been in. He's still up there. What in 6th place it shows him? Mm-hmm. I'm loving what he's doing.
Mark O'Dell, biggest mover of the race, as your race leaders, up 26 spots. I don't know that he's going to be able to hold on to the lead for very long. Nick Casey's going to be the driver on the outside lane on the restart here, and that's going to put Nathan O'Loole in a great spot because the restart advantage is going to go to that outside lane as Cameron Dario is going to line up behind the 8. That inside line's going to check up pretty hard. I know Mark's got the talent. He's got the speed. Does he have the tires?
That's the big question there. We've seen a couple of them stay out, a couple of them take tires. There's a mixed bag here in the field, but every green flag we've seen, the leader does get a good jump. We'll just see if we can make it work.
Odell, Casey, Dario, Alul, Tennell, Hammond, Roberge, Peters, Monzalewski, Porter. Brandon Porter making up some ground, up 18. A lot of talent still left in the field. Jerry Culver back on the lead lap, start the tail in the field, got some tires and fuel. He's ready to go. He's going to full sand and full dig. 8:86. Back at it. Going green.
Mark gets that jump we were talking about. Got to be careful with the lane switch. We saw that at Daytona. Very closing the line, but a big jump to the inside is the 23. And Casey's right behind him. Looks like Mark might get freight trained on the inside here. He's going to fall back a bit. You mentioned those tires.
Run for the top 2. Dario out front. Nick Casey in second is the 23 and the 86. Pulling the corners. 86. Better corner here. He hugs the bottom line. 45 of Andrew Tennell. First Chevy in the field. Rolling 22 spots gained. But Andrew works the outside on the 86.
You've seen it done by Biggert. He made the pass on the outside, and that doesn't look like it's going to work for Andrew. He's pushing in the wall a bit, pushed up the track there. Just a little too much speed, but he's able to hold it on.
Down to the bottom we go. Right behind him, there he is. Nathan O'Loole, your pole sitter, inside the top 5. The Frenchman trying to make sure that he gets his 3rd win of the season, and we're getting close to that 25 lap to go mark. It'll be 28 laps to go this next time by as the drivers come around to complete lap 122. Cam Dario out front trying to push the boundaries here. Nick Casey in second. 0.2 of a second and trying to change.
Our biggest loser right now looks like Mark Waddell. He's just falling like a rock. I don't know if maybe he's out of tires or he's thinking there's going to be another yellow, but it's not working out.
How many spots can he hold on to as he's there to the outside of the 82? He is doing the right thing, though. He's letting the drivers pass him on the inside. And he is just trying to hold on to what he has right now as the 6 of Benson's going to be a lap down. Got a lot of that car repaired. Benson's wanting a caution right now. Culver in 15th.
It's about spread out, the single file for the most part. See a bit of a battle here with Donnie Williams and bigger than the 19th, bigger looking to the inside. Donnie sliding up the track a bit.
Benson on the back bumper of the 19. You got to watch the checkups here. Benson almost to the left rear quarter, or the right rear quarter panel of the 19. Not a great race line for him. As right now, the 31 comes into play for the 82. Stefan Salas in the 31. Had bad luck last week. Working on better luck this week. Wants a top 10 night. But he's got a lot of drivers in front of him to be able to contend with. Right now, fastest lap of the race ran by the 69, 30.18.
Mike Peters in the 69, very aggressive driver. He's burning it down, it looks like.
He says, I'm done. Let's go. To the outside of Nathan Alul. 25 laps to go this time by. These two duked it out earlier. They're going back at it again as the 69 may have to drop into the corner a little harder here to get the 48 to roll the race line a little bit differently. 49 inside the top 5. Nathan Alul back to 5th. John Hammond in tow of these drivers, ready to go. 2.2 second difference as Cam Dario leads quarter second.
And not only John Hammond, look who's behind him, the 98 of Chris Roberge. We saw him get involved in some wrecks earlier this night as well, and he's doing great. What a great bounce back behind the 75.
He's the kindest Canadian you've ever met. Well, he and Jason Day, who's out of the race, but Jason's one of those guys that will never let you down. Anthony Garland in 16th, still on the lead lap, doing his darndest. That car is under power. His nose has been hit so much. it's hard to imagine his night going any worse. 86 trying to disrupt the flow of the 23. Stefan Salas off the race line on the bottom side. He's going to get this. He is going to get the penalty. Unable to avoid the pit road exit. Here's a look here. Comes around the corner, up the wall, free off the corner. Turn 4, being a doozy for everybody. So he's going to be on the bottom of the race line. He will get that. He will get that penalty. He is going to have to come to pit road and serve that one.
That right rear might be catching a couple drivers off guard. We do see a bit of drivers getting loose off the corners of 2 and 4. Just to clarify, he did cut across of his own accord, no outside influence, so it's one of those penalties you got to take. Nothing that can be cleared, but he hit nothing, so he's still mobile.
23-86. You know what? If I've got to come back in, I've got to serve a penalty. I'm taking my tires and fuel. I'm going to go ahead and do it. Maybe not fuel. I'm going to take my tires. I'm going to go out there and run. I'm going to run as fast as I can. 40-second penalty. Might as well take my tires.
Especially this late in the race. If you got him, take him, burn him off. Just get as much back as you can.
I mean, he'd only be able to gain one spot in the position he's at. Yeah, it's only a 15-second penalty. That's not so bad. Take your tires, your 15-second penalty. He's going to come out with brand new tires. It'll be 2 laps down, but he'll be able to gain something out of this with 20 laps to go. Possibilities are endless.
You see back up in the lead, Cam drifted way up the corner, and look who's on his inside is Casey.
Oh, Brandon Porter getting free back here. Not Porter. I'm sorry, Tettle getting free as well. Nick Casey was free on the inside. 23 still trying to battle back. These cars are being a handful. Man.
Tettle was way off the pace. A couple of cars flew by, and now he's stuck in a bit of a mess here. In a 4-pack, Donnie Williams behind him.
He's in a pickle. Nick Casey, your new race leader. Cam Dario applying some pressure here. 2 Toyotas duking it out for the lead. Mike Peters in the 69 has a battle with Nathan Alul. These two will go side by side. Nathan trying to be just as patient as he was before. 19 laps to go. He's got a lot of time here to be able to play catch up. 2.2 second difference between he and the race leader as Nick Casey and Cam Dario go to work.
The 48 able to clear the 69 of Mike Peters. I got to say, Peters probably pushed it too hard. John also pushing it too hard, just clearing off the wall.
75 to the bottom side, trying to get himself top 3 night. Nathan O'Loole trying to get the 3rd win of the Cup Series, the 2nd season of the Cup Series here is the 48. Just gained 0.3 of a second in the last 2 laps to Nick Casey and the driver behind him.
That's Cameron Dario. He's Casey riding his sights, maybe pulling away a little bit. Cam could be backing it down, cooling off his tires a bit, but he's still there.
Nathan O'Loole, 1.7 second difference. Mike Peters right behind. John Hammond in tow. John has an opportunity here. Does he have the tire know-how to be able to do so? 16 laps to go. 75 looks to be running up the race line to the outside. 69 into the wall. 75 there as well. Out of the gas, into the throttle. As the 69 tries to deliver a top 5 night. Chris Robert's there to seek and destroy himself.
John's trying everything he can to get by Mike Peters ahead of him. He's pushing very hard off the corners and then breaking loose as the car settles. But he's giving everything he's got, and that's letting Roberts close into both of them, see if he can capitalize.
Chris is trying to take it easy here. Nathan O'Loole is catching the leaders quickly.
He was the fastest car the last time by, I believe, and is definitely closing into second and first. Being patient, that big picture mentality is paying off for the 48.
Nathan O'Loole gained over a second and a half in the last 5 laps. And now finds himself 0.9 of a second off the pace. 23 to the inside of the 25. Brad Dove right there. Each lap just a little bit more. The top 2 looking at a saving moment here. Cam Dario a little faster. 86 free right there. You saw the wiggle, the nose wiggle, trying to keep the rear end from stepping out.
Looks like Peters has pulled it off onto the apron. Might be going to pit road. Those tires might have caught up to him. And Brad Dove also going into pit road as well.
Nick Casey, they're in the mix. Chris Roberts, he's inside the top 5. John Hammond to 4th. 2.2 and trying to gain. Brandon Porter in tow as well onto the back straightaway. See Robert Dudley dig. Mike Peters comes down. He's going to be on pit lane. He's going to take tires. Yeah, he's taking tires. 12 laps to go.
The 48 able to clear the 23 of Cameron Dario. Sets his sights on Nicholas Casey. He's been faster than both of them. Already pulling away from the 3rd spot.
We'll tell you that Nick Casey, though he's saved, the last lap went to Casey because Nathan O'Loole and Cam Dario side by side makes a battle.
48 able to clear the 23 relatively quickly, so it doesn't look too bad. He's catching them again, but Casey was the fastest car the last time by.
10 to go. And Casey having to defend here. What would you do for a race win as the 48 had to burn up some tire there? And Casey catching some lap traffic now as some drivers come off pit road. Mike Peters out of the race. Nathan Biggert here in the 19 finds Jerry Culver. Culver trying to go to the top 10. Jerry Culver in the 13. The 45 of Andrew Tettle here, who is a smart racer. Up 15, trying to dig. Nick Casey out front. Nathan O'Loole in the mix. There's the 81 of Anthony Garland, who's trying to stay on the lead lap in 14th.
Got a battle for 6th right now. Caleb Mozalewski shoots on the inside of Robert Dudley, the 49. Dudley's fighting back going into 3.
Modge not clear yet. There is the 49. Redkin right there in the mix as well. Top 10. Ooh, there's the 6 of Benson. He's like, no. Look what I can do.
Great catch. They're all giving everything they got.
8 laps to go. That's your lead. Throw a blanket over him. 86 off the corner. 48 still trying to dig. 81 free back there. Anthony Garland a lap down. Not trying to be the cause of a caution. Casey, 0.2 of a second. 48 still trying to gain here. Dirty air for the 48. 86 to develop the race lead. It's going to slide up the race line. 48 with a big run off the corner.
We saw the 48 slide go up high off 2, I believe. And he settles back down here behind Casey. Just trying to get a rhythm going, I believe. Get a good run off the corner. Maybe push and...
If I'm the 86, I'm trying to be unpredictable right now. Let the 48 have to find a way around this racetrack. 48 high off 2 again. 86 with a better drive of the corner, but the 48 pulling that draft line down. Not enough to try to make it clear. Maybe try to settle the car in so he can have one last-ditch effort with 5 laps to go this time by.
Casey doing a great job. Looks like he's pulling away a little bit now from the 48. He's able to keep the car on the white line in 1 and 2, whereas we see the 48 slide up the track. It's going to overheat his tires. Now the 48 able to keep it down low a little bit.
86 out of the throttle there. Was watching how the car was turning. This is where the gain comes from the 48 on the straightaway. Now the 86 runs a little bit higher. Nathan Alul down by the white line. Quarter second. Alul will have this lap. 4 to go.
Close battle here. 48 giving Nicholas Casey a lot of pressure. Still going up the track. I believe that's what's hurting him. He can't keep it down. Sliding up the track. Oh, the leader a bit free off the corner. That's going to let the 48 close in a bit.
Back into it again. Drivers running as hard as they can. Speaking of drivers running as hard as they can, Jerry Culver takes the top 10, gets himself around Andrew Tenold. Nick Casey, Nathan Alul. Dirty air still slowing the 48 down. 3 to go. 86 into the corner. 48 better drive line in. Watch this corner. He's going to rocket to the bottom.
This might be the exit speed here. We see him looking inside.
86 to block. Block.
Wow, that was risky. The 48 gave him a break and backed out of it. There's a bit of a car length and a half gap. The leader's pulling away a bit off the corner now. That's a risky move, I believe, but a little giving Casey a big break. I don't know if he'll take it again, though.
86 trying to win this race. He is the 48 saved every bit of that car. 86 to be there. 48 to be 86 is going to run the 48 down the race line. 48 still to drive. 48 to the high side.
It's just a shallow entry in the corner. He shut the car way up. It's going to lose a lot of ground. I can't say he's going to take much more of that. He's going to end up hooking himself off the 48. But we're 1 to go now, going into 1.
White flag waves for the final lap, and this has been a beater here. 86-48, one more last attempt. 48 to the high side, big run off the corner. What can the 86 do to hold the 48? How about this? 48 to the bottom side, 86 of Nick Casey. 48 one more time to the free off the corner. 86 is going to win it. Holy cow.
What a finish, very close finish. The 86 of Casey making the blocks, doing everything he can. It's all part of racing, and he was able to hold off Nathan Alul, who's very fast. What a great finish.
Nick Casey, your race winner. One of the most exciting finishes that we've had at Texas. After all the chaos, he runs it up. Nick Casey takes this one to victory lane.
I hope he gives props to Alul there as well, because he cut him a couple breaks. If that was honestly, if that was me, I know Mike Peters would have kept his nose in it. He might have been spun around earlier. But a great driving.
And Casey Camdario celebrating weirdly on pit road. Here's your race results, folks. Casey, your race winner here for the My Three Sons Cup Series. Nathan Alul will be second. Camdario third. Hammond, Roberge, Modzelewski's going to be right there in sixth. Dudley, Porter, Retkin, Jerry Culver inside the top 10. Tettled, Williams, Odell, Benson, Garland. That'll be your top 15. Only 13 drivers on the lead lap. Well, Mark Odell was leading the race and had some time, had some fun. Odell, even though he finished in 13th, I think he should have came. I don't know if he had tires. Maybe he didn't have tires. You may have been correct. Maybe he just used all those tires. But I thought they had 5 sets, 4 in the pits, and 1 to start with. So that was interesting to see. Mike Peters finishes in 18th. Let's go down the rest of the race results. Parsons, Dub, Balsamo, Ed Perry, Caffrey, Rayburn, Strickland, Jason Day, Michael Cleary, Chris Parker, all the way down to the very end. Kyle Gretsch, and just not having it. He was salty, Waltrip, as he said. Let's do our thing here.
From what I'm getting in the race chatter, it looked like Mark did have some tires. He was banking on a late race caution that just didn't come.
And Nathan Alul, Camdario, 1, 2, 3. As they continue to work. Well, Joe, give me your feedback. Tell me about this race.
Well, it was, we got 10 cautions out, so it was 10 cautions for 40 laps. So it was a good chunk of cautions. But overall, I think it was a good race. I knew we just needed to get going and get strung out. A lot of attrition as well. You mentioned 13. I'm showing 15 cars on the lead lap, somewhere around there. I thought it was an overall good race. Great finish. I was very, very excited at the end. With that battle between Casey and Alul. Very risky for Casey. Alul's a very patient driver from what we just witnessed. If that was me, I would have probably sent Casey up the track. Honestly, I can't lie. I don't take that, but I'll race you how you race me. So different personalities, different drivers. I liked it overall. It's a great race in my opinion.
Well, let's talk to the Frenchman. He is one of the drivers out here. Started on the pole, finishes second. Nathan, you and Nick had the battle of the century there. Nathan, can you hear me?
Yeah.
There you go.
Hi guys. Yeah, Joseph, Jason, how are you guys?
Well, it was a good race. It was a good end to the race. You guys made it interesting. You were really good at saving and being able to, when you got those short little stints, when you get the 20 lap runs, you're able to figure out how to get yourself back around. You saved a lot to be able to make that long run happen. And believe you had the better car here towards the end. You just couldn't make it stick. Tell me about it.
Well, yeah, thanks. Was all about saving tires. Of course, Texas is really painful because of that. So yeah, I was trying to catch the front and saving tires at the same time, and it's actually worked. A little moment with the 86. I don't know what happened, because I thought we were gonna wreck, and that's unfortunate because I thought the first time it was him getting loose out of turn 2, I believe. So I was like, okay, well, let's try to make it to the next lap. And the next lap he did exactly the same thing and ran me on the bottom of the track. Well, I don't know what to say about this. We raced very clean until that moment, and I don't know. Don't know what to say about it.
He raced you hard, and he was blocking. That was exactly what that was. No doubt about it. I mean, from the overhead view, we were watching it, and he was trying to defend, and he knew that you were catching him. He knew that you had the better card. So I think with 3 laps to go, he was, and like Joe said, there's a difference. It's different when it comes to the type of driver. You gave a lot there, whereas Joe said that if he was in that situation, he probably would have bumped him.
Well, I don't bump people.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing I respect other drivers, and I don't want to I don't want to play by that rules. I don't bump people. So if I hadn't checked up, we both wrecked. So, well, I don't know.
You made it interesting. I was rooting for both of you for different reasons. I was like, Nathan, if he can get his nose clear, he's clear here. And if the 86 continues to block, it makes an exciting finish. Either way, it's a win. It's a win-win for me. And I know that you finished second, but you get a stage win out of this. You had some. It looked like you were trying to have some fun. I know the cautions kind of threw some dampening out there. I mean, you get to carry on forward.
Yeah, I was fooled by when I pitted under a caution. I look in my mirror. I saw no one's gonna pit, so so to myself, oh no, and I just take fuel and saving tires. It was all about getting to the front. Stay out of trouble.
Right.
It was a nice race, actually, really nice. Had a lot of caution compared to other races that season, but overall, I think everyone stayed clean and very respect from other drivers. Yeah.
It looked like it was fun. Joe, anything for Nathan here?
Nathan, great run at the end there. I'm very impressed with your patience at the end. And as I mentioned to Jason, me and you were a prime example of 2 different drivers. If I was in your position, once, maybe twice, you're getting my bumper. That's my mentality. But I got to ask, if we have, say, 2-3 more laps and he's still blocking you, what would you do? Would you keep checking up for him, or is there a line you draw and you say enough's enough?
Well, I don't know. We can live with that. I saw Cameron just catching us, so yeah, it would have been maybe different, but I don't know. That's my code of conduct, you can say. I don't bump people. I just race clean, the cleanest as possible that I can do. Yeah.
I mean,
that's not my character.
I mean, you gave up the race line to the 49 when you and the 49 were going at it. You let him go out, burn his tires off, and then you were able to, go back around him. And I get it. Nathan, P2 finish though. You've got 2 wins on the season. You're still the current points leader. And we're going to Richmond next week, which is a little bit more tough of a track, but it is going to be more about saving those tires as well. Well, man, give you shout outs and appreciate you as always.
Well, thank you, guys. Signature Esports. Thank you, Chop Chop Crew. Thank you, AMR, for the race control. awesome race, guys. Thank you, boys, for racing tonight, and thanks for the support from the sponsors, from the fans. I don't know, maybe I don't know the number, but I saw people are watching the streams, and it's really good to see. It's really encouraging. So thank you to all of you guys and girls. I gotta thank my family. I gotta thank my wife, and see you next week.
That's it. See, you saved the best for last. We always thank the wives last because
Yes, sir.
we gotta do that. That's because it's early off in the morning right now over in France.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, 5 a.m. 5 a.m.
He's hooting and hollering when people are going to work. That's
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, you started this 2 hours and 30, well, actually almost 3.5 hours ago. So I would say kudos to you, my man. At 2 o'clock in the morning, 2:30 in the morning, he's getting up and he's like, I'm strapping on my racing gloves. We're going racing.
Yeah, that's the game.
That's what it is.
All
Nathan,
right.
we'll see you next week, brother.
Thank you, guys. See ya.
That's our lone Frenchman out there. If you're watching from France, I love you. Thank you so much for watching from France. We'll let him go do it. Joe, I think that was it. I saw Cam jump up a little while ago. I was hoping to talk to Nick because I wanted to get.
Yeah, I definitely wanted to ask about that blocking. I don't know if he had to go or just didn't want anything of it, but I did want to talk to him as well.
I can't. I can't fault him for doing it.
Well, no, it's part of racing, especially oval racing, right?
If it's, and that's what I talk about, blocking in the first third of the race, blocking in the first, if it's 2, 3, 4 laps to go and you're trying to make sure that you win this race and you know dirty air or running somebody down into the line is going to do it. I mean, I get it. I get it. I get why. And I just thought it's just cool. It was insane to watch and it was insane to see. Joe, my man, much love to you. Get some racing this week. I know we got some Xfinity Series racing this week as well. Dude, it's gonna be insane.
Yeah, we got Richmond tomorrow, and then we got ORL Sunday and SCL Monday. I don't know where they're at. We do got Richmond tomorrow. I'll probably run that. I like Richmond. It's gonna be fun. Hopefully, we don't have a lot of yellows, but we got a good crew, I believe. So I'm looking forward to that one.
Either way, it is super speedway weeks for that's another reason why the tires are the way they are. They're on a super speedway tire at Texas.
That's no good.
Yeah.
But the tire always has been kind of shoddy here anyway.
Well, the tires each week, like if we were running a Texas week and they were running Texas, the tire would be different. This would be a different race. They're running a super
better.
They're running a super speedway tire for the Cup car this week. So it changes. It's just the way it is. All the good things. There's Jerry. Hey, Jerry, you finished in the top 10, buddy.
How's it going?
Oh, another day. Tell me about your mom's business so we can let the fans know.
Well, she does a lot of arts and crafts, and she restores old antiques to fabulous condition and likes to sell them.
And she's at a reasonable price, and she's in Tacoma, Washington.
Yes, sir. She has a little store inside of an antique mall where she has her own section, and she has an online side of it also.
And that's where my3-sons.com comes in handy.
Yes, sir.
So if somebody's got an antique that they may want to be repaired, they can if they're up there by you guys kind of locally, can they contact your mom to have her take a look at it?
I don't know if that's what she does. I think she more finds these little trinkets and stuff some places and then kind of makes things out of them or restores them. But possibly she could.
We could.
Isn't her task, right?
That's right.
Right.
That's. I mean, I'm thinking of avenues of money making for your mom. I mean,
yes, sir.
I like the idea. So, because let's just face it, folks. That's what I do for a living. I sell my voice for a living. That's. I'm an I'm a vocal. I'm not even gonna say it. I can't say it because I'm PC. I'm a vocal guy. That's what we do. Yeah, Jerry, top 10, man.
Yeah, I practiced a little, but we knew the tire fall offs was just going to be terrible, man. So I don't know if you watched me any part of the race, but I was just hanging out back, just letting everyone do their thing. I think I only got 1X the whole race, so I was just trying to stay out of the damage zones.
We watched you hop across the grass to get that 1X. Yeah, we do know that one.
Yeah, that got into the throttle coming out of 4 a little too much, and tires didn't like it. They said we got to cool down.
I was telling Joe, so something to consider when in the races that you guys are running, and this is just for drivers running leagues, whatever tire model that the official races are running, or what tire model you're running. So if this track was just unbearable and that car just seemed like it was just going away too fast, it's because you're running a tire that's meant for super speedway, that is meant for downforce and less grip.
Right. Yeah. These tires, they were horrible. You had to baby them. I mean, I don't know how those guys were going so fast in the front, but I had 2 sets of tires on the wall there.
Hey, it's not a bad deal to have. You finished inside the top 10. You had an extra set, a couple extra sets, be able to try to maybe push something later on. I don't know if I'm inside the top 10 and there's a late race caution, I'm going in, throwing a set on, and I'm driving my butt to the front.
Right. Like I said, I was just letting those guys beat the crap out of their cars like they did, and hey, I got top 10.
I like it, Jerry. It's always a pleasure, my man. I'm glad to see your mom getting out there, doing your thing. You keep losing your internet. Don't do that. And help. Oh, you need to help your dad with stars, Joe.
That's right.
No, he reminded me just a moment ago. That's the way it is. You got lots of folks out there rooting for you. Seeing my 3 sons. Yeah, Mama's out there. Let's see. Somebody else was out there. Sarah was out there, I think.
I won't lie. My mom, she watches every race, and if sometimes I'm not in that race, she'll be here.
She does that. Yeah, I like seeing Sherry get out there, and when she does, she shows me some love. She's actually a supporter on her Facebook page. She sent stars. She sent some emotes that have been angry, happy, loving, sad, and she said all of them at some point.
We're across the spectrum.
She is. So, we try to make sure that we keep her happy regardless if she's sponsoring a series. Do you know why? I mean, do you know why she chose to? Because I like businesses that support this thing we call gaming. Because I mean, let's just put it that way. It's a different it's a different day and age, and sometimes advertising can come from different areas, but to support quote unquote iRacing or streaming or anything like that, it's just really cool.
Yeah, like she started going to this little booth, and she's doing really well. She hasn't really sold anything. She's been building her inventory up. So I figured, hey, she's doing good. Maybe we can get a sponsorship, and I was told it was open the other night, so I asked her, and she said, yeah, let's go.
There you go.
She's here every week anyway, so might as well sponsor something, right? Get some name out there.
We like it. I like it. I think it's awesome. I think it's really cool. You're welcome, of course. We want to, I mean, that's the thing, I do, I have big name sponsors out there, and I get to throw mom and pop with big name sponsors. I think it's cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool opportunity, I think.
So, and I think you got to think about it though. Here at the Lake of the Ozarks, I'm technically a mom and pop store myself, and so she gets to have the stage along with me, and I really do enjoy it. I think it's it takes an extra special person to put their money out there to support these leagues, to support these causes, and like I've always said, regardless if you see an ROI, your name is forever going to be there, and you can go back and watch it over and over again, and be able to say, you know what, not only that, but this is a write-off. I'm just saying. So if you need a receipt from these guys, we can work something out so it can be a write-off for.
Sounds great.
So just bear that in mind. Advertising is a write-off, especially in your first couple of years of business. You know, you want to make sure you get all the tax deductions you can because it's going to be expensive.
Right. Yes, sir.
But anyway, Jerry, much love, man. Hey, give your shout-outs.
To my mom, I love you. You're always there watching. So last week's race was for you. Little controversy there, but that was my mistake. Everyone that watches that I know, all the people at Chop Shop, Mark Odell, Cam, Stryker, they're all been helping me become a better racer, and I'm putting in the time, and it's starting to show. So hopefully we get a win.
Well, it's the way it is, and we need to get together about your little one too. Sometime
Yes, sir.
soon. Sometime soon.
Yeah, we start in April.
Yeah.
So
we can get that cart wrapped. Be kind of cool.
yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna throw you down with those guys real quick. I need to.
Have a good night.
You too, brother. All right, Joe, gonna end the show because we're eating into shower time. Because I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna go live on Twitch.
I'll get it. We'll get you that anyway. But I appreciate you having me again.
Yeah.
A great ending to a great race, and I'm looking forward to the next one.
That's the way it is, man. We didn't get the chance to talk to your race winner, folks. But Nick Casey put on a hell of a show there at the end of that, folks. A great show between he, Nathan Alul, Cam Dario, settled for third, but no doubt had some speed tonight. I think because you love us, and especially you know what, Sherry, you're about to become the surrogate mother. Even though I have a really great mom, I'm always welcome to more. That's the way it is. Much love, dear. Thank you for being a part of it again. my3-sons.com, folks. Thank you to Admin Boxx. Thank you to Track Racer. Thank you to AMR. Of course, thank you to my sponsors, Rogue Energy, HelloFresh, NordVPN, of course, Dark Horizon Fishing, and, of course, my good buddy Nate over SKOLLKEY, doing great things. Remember, go check out Mandarin Racing because he just threw out $128 in stars at the beginning of the stream. Before I even said a word, he went and blew the stream up. So much love to him, folks. I'm going to be back here in about an hour. I'm going to be live on Twitch because I just want to relax for my Friday night. It's going to be a long night over into tomorrow with some doubleheader streaming. Super Bowls on Sunday, so I do believe we've got some racing there. I can't believe we're going to have racing on Sunday. On one of the big shows. That's normally not the case. However, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Thank you, folks. I'll be back in about an hour. Joe, thank you very much. Thank you to the Grijalva family for being out there. Thank you for all the likes and follows and shares and everything everybody does out there. Make sure you continue to do so. Thank you for being a part of the platform. Get us to 20,000 followers on Facebook. Go follow me on TikTok because dang it, I need more followers on TikTok because I want to go live on TikTok as well. I have an interesting perspective that I want to do on TikTok so that way we can continue to improve what we're doing and just kind of have the cool things. Be good, be safe, be kind of one another. If you're not my friend. And, of course, and always, we'll see you in the next one.